special.
Yes,
right?
Earlier this week at mandatory camp, Jadeveon Clowney had something to say that caught everybody's attention.
Yeah.
Mikey, Steve, if we can roll that soundbite from Jadeveon Clowney, and then we'll react to it on the backside. But this caught everybody's attention.
I was all about where my boy Deshaun was going. When I talked to him, I said I played with him, and he kept us off the field a lot. And I was like, wherever you go, I know you're going to keep us off the field. You put up a lot of points, put us in rush and rushing situations instead of having to stop the run all the time. And I just wanted to go play with him and see what I can do with him again. Yeah, I talked to him a few times before he signed. And after he signed, and, stayed in touch doing that whole little thing about coming here. And if he come, if I come, what's going to happen? And I told him if he go, I'll follow him up here. I'll go back. So that's what it came down to.
Wow. Interesting, because it took a lot longer for him to sign than a lot of people thought.
Right.
And you would think that if that was his sole criteria, he would have signed way earlier. So, but take it for what it's worth. What do you make of that? Would you have ever followed an offensive player?
Hell yes.
Yes. You probably just didn't play it with any here that you would have followed.
Right. So when I was let go in 2014 here, I had in my mind, I was going to go to a place that had a quarterback.
Yeah.
All the things that Jadaeveon Clowney alluded to, hey, someone that can keep me off the field, someone that can move the chains, someone that's a difference maker. It came down to Denver and Indianapolis, which was Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. Yeah. So absolutely, I get it. For him being a veteran in the league, he's looking at, hey, when I don't want to play 75 to 100 snaps a game. Playing with a difference maker, you go from 75 to 100 snaps a game to maybe 55 to 65 snaps a game.
That could add a year or two to your
Absolutely.
career.
So it definitely makes sense, and I would definitely do it. If I had a chance to do it all over again, I would. Yeah, it absolutely makes all the sense in the world.
Plus, they have the relationship already, right?
Sure,
They played
you know
together in Houston.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, the quarterback on the team, if he's the guy, is revered, right? It's like you want to play. Everybody wants to play around that guy. Plus, beyond that stuff, which I don't think I would have thought about as a non-player. Which
I wouldn't have thought of the number.
Right, you wouldn't have thought about that.
I just would have thought of the chance of winning is increased.
Right, when he says it, you're like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But also, you're more likely to win a Super Bowl playing with Deshaun Watson if he's on if he's able to be on the field than you are with whoever the hell else you might some schlubby quarterback on another team. So yeah, it makes total sense to me.
It does. The way you framed it was very smart.
I'm just laughing. Go back to shout out to G. Bush. He won it today, man. You guys keep confirming my
People's
stories.
champ.
Yeah.
By the way, I told you, go back and check my timeline. I told you in late October, early November, I said Jadaeveon, this is from, and these sources were good. Shout out to y'all, by the way. I told you Jadaeveon Clowney is not signing back with the Cleveland Browns if Baker Mayfield is the quarterback. I told you that. I tweeted it. I also told you that if they got Deshaun Watson, that Jadeveon Clowney was signed, and he has signed. Now, the reality of the situation is there's lots of defensive players. The whole entire defense is thinking that way. He says something, and I can totally, completely understand as a defensive lineman. Ain't nobody trying to sit up here and defend the run. I ain't trying to be doing inside tackle drill. I'm getting double teamed. They running zone. I'm getting chipped. I'm getting cracked back on by the tight end, and it's 2nd and 3. You know what they can run in 2nd and 3? Anything. You out here looking crazy. We want to get you in 3rd and long, 3rd and 12, and now I can get out here and rush the passer. That's what I get paid to do if I'm Clowney. When you don't got a quarterback, they running the clock out on you. They pounding you, running play action on you. The linebackers is biting. Nobody wants to do that. And plus, here's the thing. You know this. You played. When you got a quarterback that you know can come back, don't you want to give him the ball back?
Absolutely.
Don't you want?
Absolutely.
Hey, come on out here, guys.
Let's get a 3 and out and get it back to him.
You remind me of a memory when we were in Indy. Anytime it was 3rd down, the offense had the ball, and they converted. Guys on the sideline, the defense would start dapping each other. Hey, we can sit another 2 minutes.
Post it up.
That's huge.
Guys pay attention to the floor of the game, and when you have a guy that can move the chains, keep you off the field, like you said earlier, it adds years, it adds a little more juice, and
Does it also make you more relaxed? If you know your quarterback is good, are you kind of in a way more relaxed on defense because you know the quarterback can come back, even if we do blow it, whatever, the quarterback can come back?
That's a great point. My first year in Indianapolis, I felt that. I felt that from the defensive guys. Like, why is this so lax as compared to being in Cleveland? Guys were, every snap was everything.
Yeah.
And I had a problem with it, and it caused some friction in the locker room at one point. I'm like, you guys are too freaking lax because you guys have 12 back here.
Right.
No. And so, that was one of my issues there. But, yeah, you're absolutely right.
That happens a lot.
It happens.
In the league.
It happens.
I was in Tampa from 98 to 03. It ended with them winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But in 98, 99, 2000, 1, 2, they had great teams. They had Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, Rondé Barber.
Yes.
Yeah.
All those were defensive guys.
Right.
And in camp, when it was hot and everyone was irritable, you would hear guys from the defense yelling to guys on the offense, you guys better get your shit together.
Absolutely.
We've got to be better, guys. We can't be on the field 75% of the time.
Right.
And the way the seasons played out in those 4 years, the first 4 years I was there, was the defense was averaging 12 points allowed per game.
Yeah.
And they couldn't score 14. Trent Dilfer was their
Yeah, I
quarterback.
remember.
Then they brought in Brad Johnson. Gruden finally got the offense clicking with Keyshawn Johnson, but they had to bring in guys. But there was always that friction between the offense and the defense when the defense was powerful and the offense just wasn't pulling their weight.
When you were on the Browns, down deep, was there did you feel like you were going to lose because the offense was no good?
We knew we had the conversation changed on defense to us stopping guys to, hey, we need to score on defense.
Right. Yeah, right.
Like, that was our mantra.
And if you're thinking the defense has to score to win, that's not a good place to be.
We had to, and it was such a hard thing to kind of quell the conversations of, hey, guys, we can't blame the offense, even though it was fair, but you couldn't go down that rabbit hole. But the conversation, we got to score on defense. We have to generate 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to do every game. And you had to deal with it, but it was extremely frustrating.
But the players now, like Myles Garrett, Clowney, all these good players they have on defense, they're thinking, we got Watson. We're going to score a ton of points.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, with the addition, let's say Watson, when Watson does return to the field, the production we've seen from Myles Garrett will go through the roof.
You think?
Absolutely, because now he's not as tired. You're going to reduce plays by 10.
Does it matter too that if the other team is always playing from behind, that means more chances to get after quarterbacks?
Exactly. So to that point, let's say this offense is scoring right away. You get a 14-point lead. Now the opposing offense, you got to abandon your scheme. Now you have to throw the ball.
And the defense knows that.
Can pin his ears back. It all works together.
I'm getting excited talking about this.
I know.
Man.
I'm fired up.
The pieces really are aligned.
Can the season get here already?